Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Fintech Fix, the weekly news video roundup where we cover the biggest topics, news stories and trends in the fintech industry while also uncovering what's been going on at Fintech Finance this week. Now, first up is the news that we got our latest edition of the Paytech magazine out. Yes, we were actually writing this well up until lockdown, and so we traveled the world getting all the best thought leaders that we could when it comes to payment technology, put them in this one magazine, so make sure to catch the digital edition on our site, fintech.finance, now. Not only did we get a magazine out, but we also released a virtual arena episode every day this week. From wealth tech to fintech to paytech, we covered the entire spectrum and got some really interesting thought leaders in the process. On Monday, Ali Patterson had April Rudin and Nakuru talking about wealth tech and how maybe the tech might be lacking in that sector. On Wednesday, we had Bunk, one of the challenger banks from the Netherlands, a country that has really seen a brilliant uptake when it comes to open banking technologies being utilized. So that will be very exciting to see some of the innovations talked about in that one. And today, actually, you'll see yours truly, Doug Mackenzie, as I host a virtual arena talking about SCA and its impact on the retail industry. Now, as if Corona wasn't enough, the retail industry has been hit hard, and it'd be really interesting to see how SCA, or Strong Customer Authentication, is going to impact not only the retail industry but the payments industry. So make sure to check that out on our site, fintech.finance, today. Now, it's not just all about Fintech Finance in the Fix. No, it's also about the news. And for the last couple of weeks, we've been spoiled for choice when it comes to stories. This week is a bit slower, but there's still really interesting nuggets out there. In fact, we had the news that FIS has actually laid down $150 million for an investment fund. Yes, this venture fund is going to be covering all sectors of the financial services industry, and it's very exciting to see such a large lump sum given off to new startups that are potentially very, very exciting. In fact, I believe the first one they've put down for is Flutterwave over in Nigeria, so it really does show the global aspect and implications this fund is already starting to have. Now, secondly, is more of a topic than a news story, as the Barclays chief executive Jess Staley has come out and said that maybe the notion of putting 7,000 people in a building might actually be a thing of the past. And I think this is a really interesting topic to discuss. I've been hearing it a lot as everyone's been on Zoom calls. It seems that a lot of people have actually found a rhythm that makes it work. So the question is the cat out of the bag? And this whole concept of digital working, I think, becomes really exemplified when you look at the dynamism between the institutions, the typical high street institutions like Barclays, compared to, for instance, the challenger banks. I was speaking with the challenger bank class, CEO Stefan Muller, over in Mexico, and he discussed the fact that they decided to work from home in a day and could action on it. And it's very interesting to see that maybe this is actually putting them, this pandemic is actually putting these challenger banks in a better position than they ever have been before. Whereas some people have been arguing that the challenger banks have lost a bit of impetus, as we're seeing a lot more collaboration with the large institutions, and they're leveraging that high amount of data that they already have and those high street branches that they have. Is this pandemic actually put the challenger banks on an even higher footing than they were before? Thanks for watching this episode of the Fintech Fix, and make sure to catch the rest of the series at www.fintech.finance and YouTube. Thanks for watching.